I'm here with my family. We are in Bute Park in Cardiff, and yes, we found Joseph of Arimathea's tomb. There's no name on it, nothing, just the tomb. Alan Wilson claims in his book that Joseph of Arimathea is buried right here, and his Welsh name is Saint Illid. And now in German. Hallo liebe Freunde, wir befinden uns hier im Bute Park im wunderschönen Cardiff in Wales, und genau hier liegt Joseph of Arimathea, also Jesus Onkel, ne? Damit ihr das auch mal gesehen habt. Es ist nichts beschriftet.
Komm, anders.
Joseph of Arimathea by Wilson, Blackett with Alan Hassell. Joseph of Arimathea led the Holy Family from Jerusalem into Western Britain in AD 37, the last year of Tiberius. In Wales, he was known as Saint Illid. He had a principal site at Trefran Manor of Bran, and traditionally he was the chaplain of the young Bran, who was the great-nephew of King Caradoc I, who was in Rome from AD 51 and the son of Caradoc II. This is the church of Saint Illid alongside Trefran, and also a very ancient religious core. A core is a large circular mound with a hollow center where the congregation sat around the sloping inside in a circle, and the speaker addressed them from a flat platform. These cores appear to have been religious meeting places. The British at the time owned Brittany and Monicca, which is now Normandy, since before the time of Julius Caesar. Magnus Maximus gave these territories to Conan Meridau as king in AD 383, and there remained British overseas territories and a buffer state against foreign invasion until AD 952, when the French king allied with the Northmen to seize and create Normandy. The English archaeologists, playing their usual role as circus clowns, now see the ancient religious cores of both Normandy and Wales as Norman creations, which they are not. This means that all ancient pottery and other remains these scavengers find are classed as being Norman, and the result is that Wales and the Welsh are now the only nation on planet Earth who could not make a piece of pottery, and everything ancient is misdated to the Norman era in Wales that never actually existed beyond an 8 to 10 mile coastal strip in Glamorgan. Well, insanity is the order of the day. The Irish must cherish the 70-mile wide moat. The stream of St. Illid, Mount Illid, out on Minnedigaya Fortress Mountain near Caer Caradoc in Glamorgan, and below near Tony Raphael is another Llan Illid. There are other Llan Illid sites, notably in Brecon. The grave of Joseph of Arimathea was described in the 6th century by Maelgwyn of Llandaff, and Llandaff Cathedral stands on the west bank of the River Taff, a mile north of Cardiff Castle on the east side of the river. Around 1/3 of a mile south of Llandaff Cathedral, the River Taff divided and split into two and rejoined into one stream immediately south of the castle, and so an island was formed enclosed by water on all sides. This is the exact description written by the Maelgwyn of Llandaff, who was almost certainly the brother of King Moiric, the father of King Arthur II, when describing the place of the grave of Joseph of Arimathea. The grave is described by Maelgwyn as being in the southern bifurcated angle of the church. There was a medieval Blackfriars Abbey on this river island, and there is a very ancient tomb in the southern bifurcated angle of the church. There is a strange tomb, like a lap at the foot of the altar, that has a long inscription on it made of bronze letters set into the stone. A stone such as this would have cost a lot of money in those days, so it was for a very important individual, especially when bronze was used instead of lead. This stone appears to commemorate the Bishop of Bethlehem and records several visits made to this place by King Edward II of England. Llandaff Cathedral is being recorded as being founded by King Leifric, Luke, and another Llan Leifric church, now called St. Mellons, was on the east side of the city. In medieval times there was a Blackfriars Abbey, and a small Wildflower Abbey was 100 yards to the south. In addition, there was a large St. John's Church around 80 yards to the south of a large St. Mary's Church about 240 yards to the south of the castle. The whole place was peppered with religious institutions, and there can be no doubt that this was the center of Christianity. In addition, King Leifric sent two relatives to Rome to talk to the Bishop of Rome about Roman secular law, and they returned with two others. All four left churches in the Cardiff area, and St. Stephan, St. Fagan, St. Medway, and St. Elfan. The total negativity displayed towards all this mass array of evidence is astonishing. It makes one wonder what the English establishment and academics who are paid by the taxpayers to do. Is it a God-given profession where one can sit on their backsides doing sweet nothing and getting a nice wage for doing nothing? If this information can be gleaned by and made public knowledge by average researchers, why can't the so-called professionals do a much better job and show they are earning their keep? If after reading this you have doubts about establishment, then you have excreta for brains and will never learn anything. Notice that Joseph is only mentioned once in the Bible, after he got the body of Jesus buried it in the cave. There is nothing mentioned again. Did Jesus survive the cross? Was he secreted out of Jerusalem and into Britain? Why haven't you done your homework and checked this out for yourself? Why do you think the Roman Catholic Church have been able to survive living a lie for centuries? The Bible was made from 4 Gospels, but many others were eliminated because they told the truth and it was counterproductive to make money. So it was not included. Religion is the biggest business in the world, and the Church of Rome has killed to protect it from exposure of its lies and deceits. Such is the power of Rome. They destroyed the Knights Templars. They executed thousands in the Spanish Inquisition. They did the same with anything that stood in its way. They are a law unto themselves, but do they observe the 10 Commandments and thou shalt not kill? Makes you, the reader, wonder, doesn't it? Money is evil, so is religion.